This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Just caught you admiring the Queensberry
Well, I
work.
just had to remind myself where I was. I
Well,
was looking at water out there. I thought I was on the Riviera.
Not quite close, but not quite. Frank, thanks for giving me some of your time. I know I'm the last, so of course saving the best till last, or matter of opinion.
As always.
As always, I'll take that. Yeah, Liverpool. We heard you speaking up there about the last time you've come to Liverpool. It's been a little while, and there hasn't been a male world title fight in Liverpool for a while. And what better person to come back with than Nick Ball, who over the last 18 months has, I guess, captured some British boxing fan hearts. The right person to come back and do this show with.
Yeah, Liverpool's own. I mean, he's the man, isn't he? He's got not just British boxing fans, world boxing fans. I mean, his performances have been against top-ranked guys. He beat the best featherweight in the world and got robbed, and then went out and done another version of the title and thankfully got that. He's a sensational fighter. He's, for me, probably the most exciting fighter in the world. I mean, the action from day, as soon as the bell goes, I mean, it's all action. He just does not stop all the time. It's just constant aggression.
Yeah, and to make it even better, Ronny Rios stood up there and promised, different thing if he does or will, but promised that he's going to do exactly what Nick does. So we're going to get two people hopefully meeting head on.
That's what you're going to get. Well, they call it an irresistible force and an immovable object. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. Did the UK fans need a win like Nick Ball? Because yes, we've got a lot going on with Riyadh Season, but I guess you can look at a crop of UK fighters that have perhaps been and gone, and we needed a newer crop, and now sitting there as a world champion. Did we need that?
We
Nick
do
Ball
need
world
that.
title win.
We do, and we have. I mean, we've been, you think what we've done, the Magnificent Seven shows, fights down in London. They've been fabulous shows. I mean, competitive shows all the way through. The undercards have been brilliant. It's so lively at the moment. The boxing scene is just so. I've never seen it so good for many years, and it's all part of really of the Riyadh season. In as much that, there's sort of a big appetite for it now and these type of shows. So I'm delighted.
Yeah. And in terms of Liverpool, I know perhaps unifications and things in the future for Nick might include going back and doing business in Riyadh and potentially going stateside. But that undercard means you're trying to build like a solid base to not just have a one-off Liverpool show, continue.
No, I mean, the objective. I mentioned at the press conference years ago when Manchester was sort of struggling a bit. We made a commitment to put shows on there. We built it into it became the fight capital of the UK for a while. And we've done it recently again in the Midlands with the Magnificent Seven shows that we put on there. Started off in the smaller venues, and now we're in the biggest venue in the Midlands. And next thing we'll be in the soccer stadiums. So it's happening, and there's again great talent in that area in the Midlands, and certainly here in the Northwest. There's absolute depth of talent here.
Yeah, we'll look forward to what we're going to get on October the 5th. Just one thing that I spoke to Nick about, he still hasn't had the world title belt.
Oh no, it's a liberty.
He worked so hard for it.
Well, he will get it, and I'll make sure of that.
Well, he might have had.
They should have brought it over when the fight was on.
But he might have had his first defence by the time he gets it, but who knows. I want to talk about that Riyadh season card on October the 12th. If the top of the bill wasn't good enough, you've got a fantastic undercard with real UK interest.
Correct.
A really good one for the British fans, especially.
Yeah, it is. It's on the fight's going on at a good time for British fans as well. It's not like there's a big time difference. You're not sitting up till 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, so it's good, and that's why there's a big British interest on it. That heavyweight fight, the rematch between Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark, was a good fight last time round. I'm sure it will be this time. Fabio's coming with us now, and so I'm delighted about that. We've got some really good talent and history-making fight. First women's fight to ever women's world title fight to take place in Saudi Arabia in the Riyadh season. It's just unbelievable. Raven against Sky. That's a great fight. It's a really competitive match.
Yeah, just in terms of that fight, I know boxing history is what Riyadh season are trying to achieve, but them little cultural moments as well. Yeah. I guess they're just as important for not just boxing, but sport as a whole.
I think they're very important for the country itself. It shows what they're all about and how they're moving forward. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and it's a good fight as well. So you're not just going to get a history-making fight.
Yeah,
it's a cracker.
A cracker of a fight. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant to see them two. Chris Eubank Jr. is on the card. Obviously signed a promotional deal / agreement with Boxer. What's your thoughts on him making his, I guess, return to British boxing? It's been quite a
I
desolate.
want to see him fight
12 to 18
I want
months
to see him fight one of
for
our
Chris.
guys. Denzel. Or Hamza. That's what I want to see. But he won't have it.
You're adamant that Chris
He,
won't have
he
a
don't
fight
want
like
it. He either price yourself out or he don't fancy it.
that? After
Next
this fight,
generation. 34-year-old next generation.
after
Ducking
this,
these youngsters.
but after this fight with Zurameta, which we're presuming he will come through, would he not be under pressure if he's going to fight on Riyadh Season cards
He
to
should be
fight
under
in more
pressure now.
competitive
You
fights?
put him under pressure.
Oh, if I see him,
The media put him under pressure. That's what it should be about. Make him fight these guys.
But is that, if he's on Riyadh Season, surely that's what's going to happen going
Well,
forward.
he'll have to, won't it? He'll have to step up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one thing I want to talk about that's, well, I mean, it's always news is Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, but I feel like the last couple of weeks, it's picking up a little bit more. I guess that's because we still got the potential path to me. But for you, as a promoter, you look to plan forward. Surely in your head you're thinking about Tyson Fury, Daniel Dubois, right?
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about Daniel Dubois doing a job against AJ, which I believe he will do. And I'm looking at Tyson doing the same thing on the 21st of December on the Riyadh Season show against Usyk, winning the match. And then we'll think about where we go. We're going to bust up everybody's plans. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Have you spoke to Tyson Fury recently?
I spoke to him because I've been travelling a couple of weeks ago, and he was in very good spirits. He's, he's good to go. He's doing what he's doing now, which is ticking over, and then he'll get down to serious business because he knows he's got a tough fight.
Yeah. Is he a man with a point to prove right now? Not that he has to prove anything to anyone else.
Of course he wants to win it. You've got to go in there and win the fight. Look, correct me if I'm wrong, all the critics of Tyson, and a lot of people have said now that Usyk's the best heavyweight of his generation or this century, isn't it? And I'm pleased they're saying that because it was a very close fight. It was a split decision. But more importantly, when he wins that fight, when Tyson wins that, when he gets that victory, I'm going to look all those people in the eye and say to them, so tell me, boys, who's the best of his generation?
Yeah. Well, it's a line that makes complete sense, I guess, Frank. I've got to ask you one more thing. I know we're pushed for time. Did you see what George Groves said about why AJ should have that kind of demon inside him to want to beat Tyson Fury?
I didn't. What did he say?
So he said that AJ was, I guess, the crown prince of UK boxing and then became villain, and Tyson was the villain and became crown prince. Is that a storyline that you kind of agree with, from villain to crown prince?
Villain, I think Tyson, was the people's champion. He's the people's champion, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Turkey's ringing you, so I'll let you go.
Well, there you go, mate. Cheers, mate.
Appreciate
Cheers,
your time.
Nelson.
Thank you.
Thank you.